Hello, welcome all. Today we will look at common phrases that we can use in our conversation. Without much description about phrases, let me quickly get to cut that please. Namaste. I welcome you to this course. Today's module is Make Your Expressions Impressive. That is, as a part of today's module, cut that please. Okay. Namaste. I welcome you to this module. Today's module is titled Make Your Expressions Impressive. As a part of this, we will look at some common phrases that we use in our day-to-day conversations. The first is add insult to injury. इसका मतलब है to act in a way that makes bad situation worse. Let's check the usage. I was already getting late for work, stuck in the traffic, and to add insult to injury, I was stopped by the police for speeding. So someone is saying that he was already late, stuck in the traffic, and to make things worse, so instead of saying to make things worse, he says to add insult to injury, the police caught him over speeding. दूसरा phrase है at the 11th hour, मतलब at the last moment. Just minutes before the deadline, he definitely submitted his assignment at the 11th hour. So someone is making a comment that just a few minutes before the submission deadline, this person has submitted his assignment. So instead of saying just minutes before, he has used the phrase in the 11th hour. So you can say he submitted his assignment in the 11th hour. अगला phrase है out of shape. इसका मतलब है not physically strong or not physically fit or not in a healthy condition. If someone is अगर physically fit नहीं है या physically strong या healthy condition में नहीं है, तो आप ये phrase use कर सकते हैं. और ये phrase है out of shape. हम एक sentence में use करके देखेंगे. Oh man, I'm tired the whole day. I'm completely out of shape. तो someone is making a comment here कि मैं बहुत tired हूँ आज. Looks like I'm out of shape. अगला phrase है out of loop. इसका मतलब है uninformed. अगर एक आदमी किसी चीज़ के बारे में uninformed हैं तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि वो out of loop में है. ये phrase हम एक sentence में use करके देखेंगे. She may be out of loop for some time. इसका क्या मतलब है? So someone is making a comment that she is not informed about it for some time, for a short time. So someone is making a comment that she is not informed about it for a short time, about something. अगला phrase है apple of one's eyes. इसका क्या मतलब है? Lovable, meaning प्यारी. If you like something, अगर आप किसी चीज़ को बहुत चाहते हैं तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि वो मेरा apple of eyes है. तो हम ये एक sentence में use करके देखेंगे. I love my niece Shreya. She is the apple of my eyes. So someone is telling that she loves her niece Shreya a lot. So instead of saying I love her a lot, she is using she is the apple of my eyes. अगला phrase है crocodile tears. इसका मतलब है false tears. हम ये phrase एक sentence में use करके देखेंगे. The sight of David shedding crocodile tears made me sick. So someone is saying that, David doesn't feel sorry for what he has done. He's shedding crocodile tears. He just wants people to believe that he's sorry about it, but he's really not sorry about it. Therefore, someone is saying that the very sight of David shedding crocodile tears or false tears is making them sick. अब अगला फ्रेज है होल्ड वंस टंग, मतलब साइलेंट रहना. एक सेंटेंस में यूज करके देखेंगे. इफ यू डोंट होल्ड योर टंग यू विल हैव टू गो आउटसाइड. तो यू कैन imagine that a teacher is saying that to a student in a class, that if you don't remain silent you will have to walk out of the class. So instead of saying if you don't remain silent, the phrase that can be used here is if you don't hold your tongue, meaning if you don't remain silent then you will have to walk out of the class. Instead of that you can polish it and say if you don't hold your tongue you will have to walk out of the class. Ninth one is out of touch, meaning not communicating with each other for quite some time. अगर आप किसी से कांटेक्ट में नहीं हैं तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि मैं आउट ऑफ टच में है. हम ये फ्रेज एक सेंटेंस में यूज करके देखेंगे. आई हैव बीन आउट ऑफ टच विथ माई कसिन फॉर मेनी ईयर्स. तो यहाँ एक आदमी बोल रहा है कि वो अपने कसिन के साथ कांटेक्ट में नहीं है, बहुत सालों तक कांटेक्ट में नहीं है. तो इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग the word that he is not in contact with his cousin, he may say I am out of touch with my cousin. Eighth phrase is white elephant. इसका मतलब है a costly but useless possession. तो अगर आप किसी चीज़ पे बहुत पैसा खर्च किया है और उसका कोई यूज़ ही नहीं रहा है आपको, तो उसको वाइट एलिफेंट बोलते हैं. हम ये फ्रेज एक सेंटेंस में यूज करके देखेंगे. द ब्रिज रिमेन्स underused and has become a white elephant project, meaning the bridge is not used by people but the bridge was built with a lot of money. So the whole idea of building a bridge and making people use has remained a white elephant project, meaning people have not used it. It has become a very costly affair and is quite underused. So it's a white elephant project. 10th phrase is barking up the wrong tree. Matlab to be wrong about the way to achieve something or the reason for something. ये phrase एक sentence में use करके देखेंगे. I have been trying to solve this math question, but I think I've been barking up the wrong tree. So someone is practicing very hard, trying to solve maths questions, but he is not able to solve them properly. So he's saying that I have wasted a lot of time in this particular question. I think I was doing the wrong thing. So instead of saying I was doing the wrong thing, he's saying I think I was barking up the wrong tree. अगला फ्रेज है to call it a day. मतलब to stop what you were doing because you think you have done enough or do not want to do that anymore. This is a common phrase used in offices. Your boss or manager could say that, look, we have worked enough for the day, let's call it a day. Meaning, let us wind it up. Let's stop our work here. The next phrase is take the law in one's hand. इसका मतलब है to punish someone according to one's idea of justice. If you don't go by the law of the country and you go by your own law, your own sense of justice, your own idea of justice, then you say take the law in one's hand. हम ये फ्रेज एक सेंटेंस में प्रयोग करके देखेंगे. After his daughter's killer was let off without a conviction, the man decided to take the law into his own hands. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब है कि somebody who killed someone's daughter was let off without a conviction. So he's so disappointed that the existing law has not done anything against his daughter's killer. So he decides to punish that guy, punish the killer. So instead of using he decided to punish the killer, you could say the man decided to take the law into his own hands. The next is take the bull by horns. इसका मतलब है to face difficulties in a direct way. इसका मतलब है किसी भी डिफ़िकल्ट या डेंजरस सिचुएशन को डायरेक्ट वे से डील करना. हम ये फ्रेज एक सेंटेंस में यूज़ करके देखेंगे. The government will have to take the bull by horns and tackle the inflation. तो इन्फ्लेशन का प्रॉब्लम है और गवर्नमेंट हैज़ टू टैकल इट इन अ डायरेक्ट वे. There is no shortcut to that. Next phrase is burn the candle at both ends, meaning to work extremely hard. The next phrase is to burn the candle at both ends. इसका मतलब है to work very hard. Let's check the usage. Ever since I started my new job, I've been burning the candle at both ends. Because someone here is saying that after I started my new job, I've been working extremely hard. The next phrase is break the ice, meaning to make people who have not met each other before feel more relaxed and comfortable. He organized a few party games to break the ice when people first arrived. So someone has invited a lot of people for a party, and when they all arrived, looks like, not all are familiar with everybody. So the person who has hosted the party incorporated some party games so that people don't feel uncomfortable. So for that, you can use he organized a party game to break the ice when people first arrived. Next phrase is a 9 days wonder, meaning short-lived, meaning for a very short span. Let's check the usage. Don't worry about the story in the newspaper. It will be a 9 days wonder and then people will forget. Dave is a little worried about something that's published on the newspaper. So his friend is saying, don't worry about that piece of writing. It's a 9 days wonder, meaning, people will soon forget it and, there will be more things for people to worry about. The next is, the ball is in your court. It means it's your turn to make the next step or make the next decision. Let's check the usage. Dave made the last offer. The ball is in Shiv's courts now. So Dave has made an offer and now it is for Shiv to make a decision, and therefore the third person is making a statement or comment that Dave has made the last offer. So now it's up to Shiv to make a decision. So instead of saying it's up to Shiv to now make a decision, he says the ball is in Shiv's court. The next phrase is cost an arm and a leg. इसका मतलब है to be very expensive. Let's check the usage. Is it really worth to spend an arm and a leg on certain type of cosmetics? There are some cosmetics that are very expensive, meaning you have to spend a lot of money on that. So someone is questioning that, saying, do you think it makes sense, or do you think it's really worth to spend uh, an arm and a leg? Instead of saying a lot of money, the person here is saying an arm and a leg on certain type of cosmetics. The next phrase is put the cart before the horse. Matlab, to do things wrongly. Let's check the usage. I think you're putting the cart before the horse by leaving your permanent job before getting new one. So someone is taking a bad decision of leaving their permanent job for a job offer that he has not received. So third person is making a comment that I think you're putting the cart before the horse. By that he's trying to say that, um, you're doing a wrong thing by quitting your permanent job before getting a new one. The next phrase is get your act together, meaning to organize yourself so that you can do things in an effective way. I wish she would get her act together. So someone here is saying that she deeply wishes that um, could be a friend or daughter. It's a she. Um, could get more organized and do things in an effective way. So instead of saying get more organized and be more effective, the person here uses get her act together. So let's check the usage once again. I wish she could get her act together. अगला phrase है put all your eggs in one basket, meaning to depend for success on a single person or plan. Let's check the usage. His financial advisor urged him to be careful and not put all the eggs in one basket by investing all his money on stocks. So the financial advisor is telling his client that don't put everything in stocks. You put some amount in other investing options. So financial advisor is telling his client that don't put all your money on stocks, try putting it on other investment options. So instead of saying don't put everything together, he uses the phrase don't put all the eggs in one basket. The next phrase is every cloud has a silver lining. It means every negative has a positive thing in it. So let's check the usage. Don't worry about breaking your leg. You will be able to relax all day on the sofa watching your favorite TV shows. So every cloud has a silver lining. So someone has broken his leg and he has to rest on the sofa whole day long. So someone is saying that don't worry about not being able to come to the office. You can at least sit and watch your favorite TV shows or movies or the things that interest you on television. So it's like in one way this is good. So breaking the leg has led you to take a leave this day and relax. So try to look at it that everything negative has a positive thing also embedded in that. The next phrase is to cry wolf, meaning to call for help when you don't need it. Let's check the usage. Don't pay attention to Sitara. She is only crying wolf. Meaning she is asking for help unnecessarily. उसका कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. तो help का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो someone is making a comment that don't get persuaded by Sitara. She's only crying wolf. The next phrase is it takes two to tango, meaning actions or communication needs more than one person. Let's check the usage. Don't blame me for the argument. It takes two to tango. You are equally responsible. So someone is making a comment that, look, don't blame me alone for this argument. Two people have to come together and be in a conflict, um, to 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 end up in an argument. Um, so don't blame me alone for that. It takes two to tango, meaning you are also equally responsible for the argument. The next phrase is to get something out of your system, meaning to get rid of a wish or emotion, especially a negative one, by allowing yourself to express it. Let's check the usage. Please make a diary entry of all the negative emotions you feel. You will feel better if you get it out of your system. The next phrase is to sit on the fence or to be on the fence, meaning to be undecided or taking a neutral stand, or uh, not take any side. Let's check the usage. If you're at the ice cream counter not sure if you could get chocolate or vanilla, you are on the fence. You can't sit on the fence any longer. You need to make up your mind. So I hope that's pretty clear and it doesn't need an explanation. The next is to step up one's game. That is to start performing better. Let's check the usage. You really need to step up a game if you want to stay in this company. So someone is warning. Let's suppose a boss is warning his employee that if you want to remain in this company, better start performing well. The next phrase is to sell someone out, meaning to snitch on someone or let their secret out. Let's check the usage. The company had put a lot of trust on him, but he sold them by leaking confidential information to the competitors. Here, he sold them out, meaning um, he snitched on them or he let their confidential matter out. Another usage is, can I trust you on this or will you sell me out? Meaning, I'll tell you a secret, can I trust you on this or will you let the secret out? So, instead of asking, will you let the secret out, a better phrase would be, will you sell me out? The final phrase is to be all Greek, meaning be not understood. If you don't understand anything, then you say to be all Greek. I tried reading that science journal, but it was all Greek to me. So, someone has tried reading a science journal and he didn't understand a thing. So, he says it was all Greek to me. So, instead of saying I did not understand anything, a better phrase would be it was all in Greek. So, with that, we are coming to the end of the session. I will meet you with a different topic on a different day. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye.